Even people that have faced terrible situations where you would anticipate a normal person would crumble in the face of that, they still maintain that kind of strength of character. So how do you kind of think about why there's such a disparity in the way people handle the challenges of life?
Well, this is a huge question. It's a question that's very much of interest to researchers. And there's research done on people that they call super survivors, people who've been through horrendous trauma, horrendous trauma, and they're doing great.
Yeah.
In fact, I remember hearing about some study that was done of really high achieving people over the past 200 years. Say, I'm probably getting the details wrong. But one thing that many of them had in common is that they had lost a parent. And there can be a way that adversity kindles us to greater achievement and greater resilience. There's something called post-traumatic growth disorder, where you go through something really difficult and afterwards you kind of blossom. And there's some imagery for that. There's the lotus seed is very, very hard, and it has to just have the shit beaten out of it before it can blossom, and maybe sometimes the human psyche is a little bit like that. I want to say that I think what we're talking about, though, is a very, very big mystery. And I don't want to say that trauma doesn't absolutely break people, that things happen to us completely outside of our control that's really damaging and hurtful and limits potential. We know that trauma can have a terrible impact on people's ability to consolidate a functioning ego, to learn, to relate to other people. It can be really damaging. When you start getting into attachment theory, if we've had relational attachment as a child, it can make it very difficult to be in a healthy relationship later. There's all kinds of things that adverse experiences do to us that are bad, including affect our health negatively. So I don't want to simplify this or flatten it. I do think it's interesting to look at the mystery part of it. What I think I will say, which, Jung said this in so many words, this sense of, can we cultivate a resilient attitude in ourselves? Can we cultivate that sense of an internal locus of control? And I think we can.